Forgive my camera quality. I don't really have a good webcam for recording videos like this, but here comes the video. So, oh my god, this is hilarious. So, I downloaded something the other day, and my words cannot express how angry I am about it. Maybe you've heard of it. It's called iOS 8. You want to know what's so bad about it? Everything. This is a direct shout out to Apple. Apple, you better be listening to this. I don't care what it takes. I will get you to watch this video. Please, for the love of God, fix iOS 8. I downloaded it. You know what it does? It crashes my apps. It crashes my phone. It crashes everything. Crash, 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 crash. It crashes more than the godforsaken stock market. Oh my God. It crashes, seriously, every 2 minutes. I can't even use my phone. Hopefully I don't get kidnapped before or someone tries to murder me, but before the next update where you patch all the bugs. Because if so, I'm not even going to be able to call 911 or any emergency services because my phone's probably going to be crashed, frozen, have a black screen or a fully white screen. It's ridiculous. Fix your iOS 8. It's absolutely ridiculous. Steve Jobs. Every time my phone crashes, Steve Jobs is just going. Ugh! In his grave. That's what he's doing. That's his exact face. He's just going. Ah! It's absolutely preposterous how your software doesn't work. I don't understand it. How can you not have a software that works? Don't you have people test it before it comes out? Do you just release it and say, hey, screw it. Whoever complains, complains, and then we'll fix whatever the problems, whatever people complain about, we'll look into them. We'll fix a couple months later. The only things that we'll fix immediately are certain things that could get us legally in trouble, like the password protection or something like that. I don't know if that's legal, if they're legally bound to that. Probably not. But my point is, how do you not at least test your software at least a little bit before it's released? I don't understand. It just doesn't work. Simple as that. iOS 8 doesn't work. I go on Facebook. Facebook is a nightmare. I click someone's photo. I click someone's photo or video after I'm done watching it, and I swipe it up. You could swipe it up or down to get rid of the photo and or video and continue scrolling down the feed. My whole app crashes. It just does the little circle in the top right corner. It just goes in circles and circles and circles and circles and circles forever and ever. And it's absolutely ridiculous. The load times for all of my apps opening has doubled, even tripled. It gets me so angry. Everything about this software is absolutely broken. You have to fix this software ASAP. iOS 8 is absolute garbage. Hold on a second, my microwave is beeping. I gotta press the button. iOS 8 is absolute garbage. What else is wrong with it? Let's see. Hold on, I have my iPhone right here. Hold on a second. I'm looking up the other problems that I'm having with it. Oh, photos. Oh, no, not photos. I'm sorry. The keyboard. My keyboard doesn't even show up half the time. The only reason it is now is because I haven't put it in landscape mode. Once you put it in landscape mode, let me see if it actually does it. It probably won't because I'm an idiot. Because it's gonna want to make me look like an idiot. Like when I'm trying to show YouTube, it doesn't work. Like, for example, right here, I'm texting my friend, right? I'm texting my friend. It's fine right here, correct? Yes. So, look, you put it in landscape, press the keyboard, and go back. No, it didn't happen this time. Of course, because I have to look stupid for the video. But usually, whenever I do that, like if I'm using it normally, and then I go to landscape and then go back, it usually doesn't even pop up. My keyboard usually doesn't even show up. It just shows up as like a blank gray screen, or the whole keyboard is shifted to the left or right, and you can only see like a third of the buttons, and all the other buttons are cut off. What else is wrong with this piece of crap? What is wrong with Apple products? I had to bring this the other day to the Apple store because my battery was absolute garbage the other day, and luckily I was part of the battery recall program or whatever they're calling it. Thank God, because I was not paying for a new battery when my battery was acting the way it was. It would, when I fully charged it, it would say 100%, but it really wasn't at 100%. Let me tell you, because then by the time I drove to my school, by the time I got to school, which is around a 20-minute commute, maybe 30 minutes, 20 to 30-minute commute to school, it would already be at like 64%. 64 was like the magic number. Once it got stuck at 64, it would stay at 64 for the rest of the day. And then all of a sudden, it would drop like all the way down to like 18%. It would usually go from 64 to 18 for absolutely no godforsaken reason. It would just drop for no reason. Luckily, I got that fixed, thank God, because I was not paying for a new battery, like I said before. But now, whenever my phone crashes, I can't even press the sleep mode. I can't even do the emergency turn off. It doesn't do anything. It just stays frozen for at least a good 3 to 4 minutes before it eventually decides when it wants to come back on. iOS 8 is absolute garbage. What else is wrong with it? I have a little list here. I really don't. I just made that up. I totally lied. Oh, photos are an absolute nightmare, and videos, don't even get me started. The high-speed scroller is a nightmare. I can't even high-speed scroll. When I press the little ball, like on a YouTube app or like a Facebook video, anything like that, any type of video at all, or like a what's another example? Oh, like the other day, I was trying to watch an IGN video that was posted on their website. I clicked the video. First off, it didn't even pop up the first time I clicked the video. So then I went back, so I had to exit the video, click it again, and this time, I've started to notice it works better if it's straight up and then you switch it to landscape mode. Before the video starts, don't go to landscape mode because it usually doesn't even work. I don't know if anybody else has better luck with that or not, but it doesn't even work for me half the time. But anyway, back on the high-speed scroller, when I click the little ball and I try and slide it, it doesn't even register my touch. The touch, I have to literally like poke it like over and over and over and over again until it finally registers my touch, and then I can slide it across the screen. Oh my God. Okay, so that's another problem. I already talked about all the godforsaken crashes. I'm telling you, oh my God. My phone is usually frozen or on a black or white screen, more so than it's on, like functional, on. It's absolutely preposterous. What else is wrong with it? Well, maybe this isn't iOS 8, but I feel it's worthy. I feel it's gotten worse. That's just my opinion. But I feel making phone calls is much more difficult with iOS 8. That could be to blame my carrier. I have AT&T, so I don't think they're that bad. But that could be a carrier issue, yes. But in my opinion, it's gotten worse since iOS 8. When for whatever reason, my calls are dropped a lot more than they usually were. What else? When I'm watching a video, it'll sometimes just turn off. Like it'll just stop playing mid-video, and it'll just say it's buffering, but it's not really buffering. It's just frozen in time and space. No one knows what happens to the video. Alright, so to wrap up this video, before I just start rambling on about all my Apple complaints, because I wanted this to be about iOS 8, not Apple in general. Apple, you have to fix this. You have to fix iOS 8. Seriously, on a more serious note, not even trying to be funny, this could be a very serious issue. Imagine if you really do have a customer who, God forbid, is really getting kidnapped or something like that, and they're in the back of somebody's trunk, right? And their only lifeline is an iPhone. Your iOS 8 crap. So they dial the phone. I mean, they get their phone. Oh my God, I'm just. Okay, calm down. They're in the back of a trunk, and they need to call 911. They click the home button, and what happens? it doesn't register her touch when she slides across the screen, and she's sliding and sliding and sliding, and then she has to reset her phone in the back of some kidnapper's trunk, and then she finally turns it back on. She slides it across. She presses the phone button. It has like a whole minute load up time just to get the app back, because when you turn it off and turn it back on, apps take forever to load. And she clicks the app, clicks the little keypad, dials 911, presses the phone, has to wait another 30 seconds for the call to actually start calling 911. The 911 operator answers the phone. She's like, "Excuse me, where are you?" And then she gets disconnected because of your iOS 8. This could be a serious issue. I'm being dead serious. This is in my opinion, this is actually dangerous how bad your iOS 8 actually is. Like, could you imagine, seriously, if someone was in an emergency and they couldn't access 911 because their Facebook crashed? That's not funny. That could be very serious, and I think that the iOS 8 really needs to be addressed. It's absolutely ridiculous that they didn't need, like, how do you not test for this stuff? Like, do they not know how popular Facebook still is? I mean, that's arguable now because a lot of people say, "Oh, I'm deleting my Facebook," but then they come right back a week later. But my point is, how do you not test that? How do you not test iOS 8? How do you not how did this get past clearance is my question. So, please, Apple, for the love of God, please fix this. Please fix iOS 8.